no concept of time when we're here. Loving on my mind when you're near. Just bodies intertwined when we're here. Like I'm buzzing off some wine when you're here. Just the moaning of your voice in my ear. Keep you dripping wet and moist when you're here. Shit, I never need another choice now that you're here. When we lay, our bodies rejoice. When we're here, and your eyes look me in my soul. When we're here, at the edge of the bed, you be on your tippy toes. When you're here, and when we come, we black out, everything stops. Everything stops. Everything stops. See, that's some damn good loving you got, girl, up in here. The way we're steaming up the mirrors up in here. With your legs suspended in here and here. Feels like we're making love forever when we're here. Peace, 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 family. How you all doing? I hope all is well with you. My name is Keisha and I am your astrology coach. Today, I am going to be doing the new moon happening in Virgo. I got my Luke Cage. My Luke Cage. Y'all see my Luke Cage shirt? Okay, I had a moment. Has nothing to do with the Virgo new moon, by the way. It's the Gemini and the Mars and Gemini transit. But you know. I had to show it off from a good friend of mine's. I got this shirt. I'll be posting it, doing a review on my page soon. So I just got it in the mail today. But anyways, so because y'all know I like to talk and I don't want to do that to you guys. So this Virgo new moon is I'm calling this the audit. That's right, people. It's auditing time. And y'all know how everybody gets all crazy when it's time to get audited, and scrambling around to get things in order and get on track so that things are falling in line with what's supposed to be what. That's what I feel like this Virgo new moon is going to be about. You know, we're going to be heightenedly aware of all Virgo themes. This is happening on the 27th. At 4:17 a.m. And although we have this really great energy, I do still feel like the conjunction is going to take over this new moon energetically. So we might feel the conjunction come up, whatever themes or things you was experiencing during the conjunction might resurface at this time because Uranus goes retrograde the same day, if I'm not mistaken. And I'll be doing some smaller little posts on what that's all about as well on my IG page. So if you're not following me on IG, please feel free to do so. All my information is in the description box below. And this is a longer transit. And the energy is just stronger. Also, Mercury is in shadow. I did a video talking about that. And Mercury also rules Virgo as well as Gemini. And it's also Mars and Gemini is going to square this new moon, which is also, again, more Mercury energy. And it's also will be preparing or going into shadow as of next month when Mercury is actually already retrograde. So there's a lot of mercurial energy here. The Mars overpowers Mercury here. And so, you know, as good as the benefits of Virgo are here, I still feel like the Mars and Gemini, Mercury in general, and the conjunction, the Uranus-Mars North Node conjunction that happened on the 1st of August are really dominating this new moon. But you do what you can to tap into this energy for new intentions. I just don't think that, like most times, I would say you'd see the benefits of whatever's coming up from this 6 months, 6 months from now, and you'll still see that, but it probably won't be much of the Virgo themes. It'll probably be more in regards to the Uranus conjunction and the Mars and Gemini energy. So I mean, you're going to try new things anyways. Just don't get frustrated when you find out that you have to do some of them over, or you're really starting any new moon stuff around the full moon, which is probably going to be just more delays, because as we know, full moons aren't a time to start anything new. In general, this whole entire season from now on, whatever we do, because we literally, I don't think at this point there's probably maybe 3 direct planets, personal planets. All the outer planets are in retrograde, and Mars and Mercury are about to join them. So I actually still like, this is not a bad thing. I'm not saying that. I'm just, making you aware that anything you try to start new, I'd say work on all old stuff, get organized, get in, do you even want it? Sit with some of all the stuff that you have going on right now and work on either releasing it or refining it so that it's better and brings in more whatever it is you're trying to get from whatever it is you're setting up at this time, because that's what this time should be used for anyways. Whenever we have retrogrades, it just allows you to sit longer with things, really think about whether or not you want them, why, and getting really clear on your why. So inventory audits, getting organized, clear, detox cleansing, checking in with your body, your emotions, and your space, your environment are going to be the bigger focuses for now. So like, share, subscribe, family. If you are liking this content and you feel like it's helping you, please share the content, because it helps with the algorithm, and we are trying to grow here. And hit the notifications bell so that you can be notified every time we go live, family. We do appreciate you in advance. Virgo, this Virgo new moon. So Virgo rules how we take care of our energy on a regular basis. It's our daily work, how we are of service to others, and what we do on a daily basis that creates our reality. Literally, it's an earth sign. Any earth energy manifests in the 3D, something that you can touch, see, feel, and all that. So how we care for ourselves, this is hygiene, health, nutrition, exercise, vitamins, your to-do list. What are you ready to improve and change? This could also be in the work and medical field, any kind of hospitals, nurses, doctors appointments, all those things run underneath this energy, as well as nonprofits specifically, but really, again, any work area of life. And if you have a business, this is hiring employees, human resources things. And it doesn't have to be just for business in that way. When you have your own business, you're hiring people for daycare, for home needs, like having somebody come in and clean your house, for those little things. Because you got to think, when you have your own business, all those things are encompassing to running your business, because you need help, right? Essentially doing all the necessary things that you would need even as an employee or within an office or workspace. They still have to clean, hire people that clean. All those things are essential, as well as your business life. So here for business people, this is nannies, cleaners, somebody to do your car or fixing your car, any work that is relative to getting services done. And then pets. I always say this is so random because it's like, how do you get work and pets in the same sentence? But this could be taking your doctor to the pets as well as their hygiene and stuff like that. So getting them neutered shots and things of that nature, and really any animals and things could come up here. I always warn people if they have Mars in the 6th house to be careful for getting bit by your pets or scratched or cuts and bruises, burns and things like that. Specifically in the 6th house by your pets, because Mars can bring that energy in there. So I was going to tell a funny story, but I'm already, I don't know how to act. I always want to talk. I don't know what it is. And so Mars and Gemini will square the sun and moon in Virgo. And so I did a really big, long video on Mars and Gemini. It's about choices, options, multitasking. This can also be starting things and not finishing them, being super overwhelmed and scattered on the lower vibration, especially once you start incorporating Virgo energy, because Virgo is probably one of the slowest energies because they have so many, blockages with the mind. And so this could be, there's a part of me that wants to say anxiety. I think anxiety is a better way to even describe this kind of energy when you get to that point where you're just like, anything that you do or making decisions give you stress. This is very Virgo type energy, because they want things to be perfect and teeny tidy. It's even OCD here, around cleanliness and things of that nature. We could see a lot of those themes around COVID and the shots coming back up. I can only imagine. There's no doubt in my mind that somehow, some way that theme is going to come up, or it'll be other diseases. I think I talked about this in the other video, and I'm pretty sure they're going to resurface in some way between connecting with others, because that's what Gemini is. And Gemini is your daily communication with one another while at work, really your everyday daily communication, like, hi, how are you? So wherever you're doing that, on the phone and an email, and so again, I can see masks being required to be back on, specific public health things being asked to ramp up or prepare for with winter season coming. I mean, I could just imagine. And then the square can be frustration with what you want to do. Someone else's words might trigger you. Someone else's choices might trigger you. And then the sun and moon in Virgo can be a real push to create something that allows you to move forward. But just remember, with the retrograde and shadow, I'm not going to say that this is not about moving forward, but perhaps doing something new in an old way, doing something new with something old. That's what I'm trying to say, so old things from the past. Even with Uranus, this doesn't have to be your recent past. This could be your past years ago, right? Because Uranus is an 84-year transit. And so we're talking about a longer period of time. You could have people coming back out of nowhere from different times, longer periods of time, childhood even, with Gemini, school age even, I mean, with Gemini. So and also relationships, because this Virgo new moon is happening on a Libra degree. And so this is all about relationships. You know, again, like Gemini, this is about connecting with others, networking, your communication with others, any problems, relationship issues that you've had with others. This could be counseling and therapy, people deciding to do that because they're tired of not being able to connect with others, or the disconnect, or the stagnancy, or the, that frustration of, why is it so hard for us to connect as a people? You know what I mean? Studying those types of things, learning more about those types of things, legal issues with Mercury, the Libra door, and that's even going, the Libra degree, and that's even going to be intensified with the Libra, Mercury and Libra energy, which I'll be talking about in a minute. And I also did do a live on IG going into more detail about all the different ways that this can be legal things. So if you do find yourself getting frustrated, irritable, or impatient, take the high road. I did just post today a list of how to survive the Mars and Gemini transit, and I posted a bunch of different things. I actually just went shopping to get some of those things because I'm gonna need help. I got Mars in Libra, Venus in Aries, Gemini Sun, and Mercury in Gemini, and I'm a Libra rising. Hello. Yeah, I'm not okay. I'm just gonna let everybody know that. But you know what? I'm gonna get it together. So channel that energy into walking, dancing, or working towards your talents. And the reason for all of this, because Virgo is going to ask us how, so anything that you want to accomplish right now that you may not be able to do, or you're finding yourself being frustrated with, or any delays or anything like that because of all the retrogrades, this is why it's not good to try to push forward and cut things down incrementally. Even if it's one thing a day. And I feel like that's such a frustrating thing to say, because I don't think it's realistic, especially depending on how your life is set up. But hear me out here. Anything that you can do to break down incrementally and do bit by bit and piece by piece and worry about it. Just think of anything that you want to accomplish right now not being fully completed until March of next year. Just put it out of your mind that this is not going to be tomorrow, next month, the month that. Just, think about things being completed in March, or that you're completing things in smaller portions so that you could see, okay, I am getting things done, so that can ease the frustration. All right. Because Virgo's going to ask how. Virgo's going to ask, what's the process? What steps are you going to take to accomplish whatever this is that you want to do? Because that's just what earth signs do. They want proof of, even when you think about this, when it comes to relationships, these are the things that you may be asking in your connections to other people. Like, how are we going to work together to accomplish whatever it is we're coming together for? They want you to make a list, gain clarity. Then you need to look at Mercury to see what Mercury's doing, in order to be able to come with people, because you have to have a clear understanding of why you want people to work with you, right? So it's going to highlight a lot of these problems we're having in relationships. And I think that even some of us, I've already had this, the clarity that's going to come to us is that it's coming from us, and we're self-sabotaging in some way. We're not being realistic in our expectations and all these other things. So I think what this is, and I've talked about this before, is that we don't know how to be in relationships with each other. And I feel like I've been saying that, and people might have been looking at me like, wah, 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 wah. He should be quiet. You don't know what you're talking about, because it's not a real thing. Everybody has a cosmic urge to want to be with somebody, right? That's what we are here for. There is no virtue in being single, right? Because you can't get anything done. And I think single mothers are experiencing that more than anything. Not that we're not getting anything done, but it's hard. It's a draining. And Virgo's like, but check in with your energy, you know, again, this is where you hire outside help. Can you get somebody else to help you, right? And so that ultimately comes back to relationships in some way, shape, or form, whether romantic or otherwise, where we need to learn how to work together on a deeper level. This is what we're talking about here, coming together as a collective, as a society, to make Uranus, this world, a better place through our talents and gifts. Right? So we're clearing things out and to get out of our own way so that we can get to those better connections and get more help. And so Mercury is the ruler of Virgo, and it's currently in Libra. And this is where we can get a lot of the support and help as to, so you want to know where Libra and Mercury is in your chart to see how you can do that. This is about being able to have conversations, communication, sharing your thoughts, talking things through, interacting with others, hearing what people have to say, and to find solutions. Again, remember, Mercury is in shadow, so anything coming up at this time will be revisited when Mercury officially goes direct, when it goes retrograde September 9th to October 2nd. And then you'll start to see the benefits of it once it goes direct. So retrogrades want us to slow down before we make a decision, maybe even go back to the beginning of the year to see what was happening. Because if you listen to my Virgo full moon video I did 6 months ago, which I'll have posted on the top of my page and the videos. In fact, I'll do that once I post this video. I think it's going to be important to go back and listen to what was coming up there, because remember, we'll be setting all of our attentions from 6 months ago. And if you go back to that video, that's when we was having the Saturn Uranus thing going on there. And it was talking about forcing us to level up, upgrade. When we had all those retrogrades and stuff last year back in Capricorn season, I remember it like it was yesterday, because I was like, I know what this is now. I had a lot of clarity. Things were coming to me, and I'm pretty sure others were having those same experiences. And so maybe going back to that video to see, are you aligned with whatever was going on with you 6 months ago, or are you letting stuff go, or do you have to refine some of those things that was going on? And are they healthy? Are they healing? And are they serving you? Because remember, Virgo is about being of service to others and to yourself, right? And then you want to look at Venus and Leo opposite Saturn and Aquarius. I actually might do a bigger video on this because I don't think I have. So Saturn and Aquarius is currently retrograde. And Venus rules pleasure, abundance, and love. And Saturn rules diligence, stability, timing, and work. So this is a great time to take a break. This is usually a stop, a no, a challenge, or a denial. Because it's not time. This creates instability, causing changes in relationships. This is going to be in our Leo area of life. I do think I did horoscopes. Don't quote me on that, but you just want to look in your chart to see where you have Leo at, because that's where this is going to come up the most. So this includes finances, what we value, what we want. This could cause some disappointments because, again, things are becoming really clear, about what we don't want. And I wouldn't be so hard on yourself and see these things or things that haven't worked out if you do decide to go back and be like, damn, I thought I was on the right track. I had written out, and now those things aren't working for me. They're just not for you. And I think when we have this conversation, I really want to have a discussion with somebody about this on a bigger level about this idea of free will and our mission and purpose, God's plan for us, right? Because I really think because societal wise, it has us thinking that free will is the best thing. You have to remember, right? That's what America sold to us, it's freedom here and the white picket fence and money and freedom, whatever that is, right? But you have to remember, they have us the saying, tell God your plans and watch him laugh for a reason. And I think we get so caught up, even with the astrology. I'll hear a lot of people say, well, my chart says I don't do blah, 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 blah. That doesn't mean that you're not supposed to do it because you have a book. I'm not saying, I'm not trying to get super religious here, even universally, it doesn't matter who your God is or your higher power is. There's already a specific way to do something per the universe, which is being, I think the Kabbalah is the best way to describe. It tells you the right way and the wrong way to do something, right? And then you have the book that was written by man. And I think some of them coincide and but we all know that they have an agenda here on the 3D, right? And so we need to be able to live between both, and we have to understand both and make a decision on when it's right to be in that 3D and follow those guidelines, which is going to be a lot more until you get to a specific financial bracket, right? But you're working towards getting to that, right? And all you need to do is make sure that you're in alignment with that right and wrong, justice, universal, God-fearing law. Because the moment you stop saying, it's my free will to do because that's what I know that I like, well, you're automatically blocking your blessings and not seeing or learning, right? Because I feel like the free will piece is the experience we got to get to that real freedom, and that includes being disciplined and learning ups and downs and learning how to make good decisions through destruction or frustration or anger. Or I was listening to somebody, and I'm going to be posting a lot of these things because I think they're really important, that you actually learn through other people and relationships. And so this kind of single-mindedly thinking is destroying your true goal, which is to get to that God-fearing, understanding of thyself. And so it's a tricky thing. It's a tricky thing because we think that being in relationships are all cupcakes and butterflies, but it's really all about the journey and how many mountains that you climb and survive. So there you go. I went on a tangent there. So, that's the better half of what Saturn is trying to teach us. And I did another video talking about how Saturn's going to sift all that out anyways, but you can only really love to appreciate it once it's over, because if you're in it, you're just gonna be like, you know what? I don't need this shit. It's fucking stressful. Okay. But that's what you learn relationship skills and all that stuff for too. So That's what I feel like the disappointment is, though, because something here is not going to be able to work, or you're getting a no, a cosmic no. Especially if you feel confined, like you can't move. So we're separating from groups, friends, trends, and relationships that don't really express who we are, because Venus in Leo is like, no. Your friends might be like, let's go to the mall. And I'm just using that as an excuse. Going out to the mall means the trend, what everybody else is doing, what's cool, what's popular. But Leo and Venus is like, I want all the shine. I want to work on how I can get all the shine by way of tackling my talents and gifts, what I'm really good at. So, even with that small example, there's going to be some kind of internal work coming in here to get clear on. Yeah. Okay, so having to make sacrifices for long-term goals, even if it's uncomfortable, because we want to get to do the things that we love. So that's it. The discipline, the sacrifice, that the people who really want to win, they're not going to be following the trend. They're not going to be the sheeple out there doing whatever. These are the people who are going to sit down and be like, what the fuck is really wrong with me? Why isn't this working? I put this out 3 months ago. I should be receiving something. What more can I do? And that's what we should all really kind of be doing, because Saturn's probably most likely going to make us go sit down somewhere and think about it anyway. So, and then Venus in Leo is also square Uranus and Taurus. And this is also now retrograde. So this is new insights to what you want, what you no longer need, and what you value now. And this goes back to that energy I was talking about with the Capricorn energy is, how do you get there? How do you upgrade? And I think the harsh, God awful truth that's all going to smack us in the face eventually at different times in one way or another is that you need people. And that's just the bottom line. And that's conditional, subconscious conditioning. So now you can use this time to condition yourself to say, I need help. Practice saying that out loud. There have been things that we've been reevaluating since the conjunction, especially with Venus being a ruler of North Node as well. Something is changing in us on a personal level that might surprise us. You might really feel like you're not getting what you want. So over the next few weeks, we'll be asking what we really want. And this is a lot of creative energy. We may not be willing to make the sacrifices, which can make this really, 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 really hard to get the goal we want. That plane ticket, that outfit, going on that date, loud colors and looks. We're just not ready to, some people just might not be ready to accept that it's time to go inward. And that could cause friction in relationships. If you have any heavy Virgo placements, you'll feel this the most. Mutable signs in general, I think, will feel this the most. We'll be decluttering the home, contacts, and your phone. We're breaking bad habits, not from not doing our hygiene, not walking the dog, not going to the doctors, not cleaning up after ourselves, not taking our vitamins. These things are all going to hit us pretty heavy, and we'll start to, again, be highlighted on what those things are. So as usual, I've outdone myself and talked entirely too much, but whatevs. You love it or you don't. I'd love to know if you find any of this stuff helpful. And yeah, I hope you have found this stuff helpful. I love and appreciate you. Peace.